Okay. Hello, Tina. How are you? I just remembered I kind of need my laptop over here. Oh, come on. Facebook. Oh, that's interesting. Jeez. All that change. Has anyone else noticed that? Things have changed today. Right. I'm okay, Tina. I'm just having a lot of trouble finding the video because it's not actually playing the video. It's just showing the cover. Oh my gosh. I'm really sorry, but... Hello, Paula. How are you? I'm kind of getting over the changes for the sake of change. Really, truly struggling with the whole change for the sake of it. Right. I'm just sharing it into the groups. YouTube and phone. Yeah. I'm just okay, I don't even have all my sharing options. It's not full screen, it's only part screen. Okay. So somehow Safari on the iPad has deleted all my tabs. My tabs are gone. And then Facebook isn't playing the video the same as it did yesterday. Yay! Hello, Jeanette. Hello, Di. Hello, Cindy. On Facebook now. Yeah, well, it's not really... It's not really letting me put the video on the Facebook page. It should be playing automatically on the Facebook page, and it's not. Of course. Why would Facebook do the right thing? I'm going to try one last time to get it on there. Let's see. It's wanting to set the video up as a live video. It's already a live video. Sorry. I really don't like Facebook. It's a necessary evil. Yeah. Hello, Christy. I had to click on watch live now. Yep. I think they're just making it harder and harder. They actually don't share our posts or videos very far at all. And even if we paid, they weren't sharing it. So we stopped that because it's a waste. So we'll see how we go. We'll muddle along. Hello, Diana. How are you? We'll do our best and see how we travel. This is what we did last night with Redwood Farm. We're back at the beginnings of our paper ranges. So Redwood Farm I designed first, but we released second. And if you're interested in what we do in our weekly classes, in our monthly class groups, this is what we've done this week for week 4 in the January class group. Cutest Farm is next week. So I'm going to put that there. I've got lots of projects on right now, so I've got things everywhere. Yeah, I've got little tubs of fussy cutting all over the place for different projects. So Springtime Tea Party, there's only 3 papers left out of the 6. So this is number 4. And this has got less than 10. And this is number 5, and it's got less than 10. It may only have that one sheet of paper there in my hand. And this is number 6, and it's got less than 20 coloured cookies paper. So there's not much paper left. I don't have a copy here of the companion page. There's an aqua coloured companion page. It's got little hearts on it. I don't have a copy of that here. I only managed to get out of the printer today these 3. So I've got the Fussy Cut Essentials. So this is, we have one that's little tiny flowers, which I forgot to print because I couldn't find any on the shelf, which I'm sure we should have some. These are a bit bigger. And then there's 2 of the hearts. I think this is number 2 and number 3 of the hearts. Fussy cut elements. I just got off the printer what I could get, and that was it. So we've got those. Now I have fussy cut some of it, of 2 of them. So Springtime Tea Party doesn't have much paper. So let's talk about what could go with. Hello, Mary. Hello, Karen. We'll see how we go, Tina. I won't say no to a scribe, especially when it's someone lovely like you. So paper that could be used with Springtime Tea Party, because there's so much awesomeness in Springtime Tea Party that we can't just not use it. By the end of this year, we'll have 47 or 48 paper collections. I don't know how it's going to fit in the shop. We're already looking at, being pretty. We've got space, but it's how we use the space. We're a little concerned about space. But then the whole point of doing our own product is that nothing ever becomes old and nothing gets deleted. I have never been a fan, and it used to not be like it. I would just order every fortnight the same top-ups, plus new product, top-ups, new product. I'd print out my list of everything I sold. I would reorder all the things. I would do... we did that for quite a few years. Like in 22 and a half years, I've seen a lot of change in the industry. I can't actually pinpoint exactly where or exactly who did it, but the industry turned into this thing where it's all about new, and new product come out, and then 3 months later it's old and it's discounted and it's gone. Which doesn't work well if you're doing like albums, or you like a particular paper and you want to keep using it in your kids' albums or books, or you're doing a mini book and you run out of paper, or you're doing a themed project, or you want to document your kids' school pages the same, and you have 4 kids across 4 generations and the company's all closed down. So we didn't want to do that. We wanted to be able to have product that was new forever, like it was more eternal. We didn't think we'd sell out of pattern. Like, we didn't think we would get to like a 4-year mark with a paper range and have none of it left. Like, Aussie Grunge was gone in less than 2 years. But Springtime Tea Party, we've had less than 50 sheets for like a year total. So we didn't think that would happen. We thought we were ordering heaps because we were ordering like a skid palette of each paper collection. We now order a much bigger palette. We now order double for each collection. And some papers zip along, some don't. But the whole point is they don't sell out as quick. But yeah, I just don't want to feed that new thing where people hoard stuff, because new started the whole not using because you were buying all the time. So yeah, we just have to shuffle things around because we don't want to delete product, because that's not who we are. We're not about discontinuing product. It's about having the product available for you, whether you discover us in 2020, in 2022, or in 2025. You will be able to buy the same things. You can't buy Springtime Tea Party paper after the next fortnight, but because it'll probably be gone, but you can buy the other things. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, yeah, that was one of our things. That's the problem we wanted to solve, was the not being able to buy things again later. So when we do sell out of the paper, we do come up with companion pages and other things so that the paper's available later. And now I don't actually think, if you go back and watch last night's video, you'll see the companion page. I'm just having a look. No, can't show you that. I don't have a companion page here with any of my projects. It's not completely hacked into bits. That's really bad of me. Hello, Dawn and Kel. Hello, Leslie. Oh, 3 of my favourite Harvey Bay customers, or Wide Bay customers there, won't let me link on Facebook. Something is happening with Facebook, Tina. I actually think they changed something overnight. I don't think Safari is the issue on the iPad. I think it's actually Facebook. Di Dixon says Springtime Tea Party is still her most favourite. It's Naomi John's favourite. Oh, it is Naomi John's favourite, but I think it's been toppled. So let's have a look at what will go with Springtime Tea Party. So we've got Fairy Tale Princess number 4. Obviously, this definitely go with Springtime Tea Party. And because it's so low, I have made sure I put out more stuff. Obviously, the artist that did the flowers for Fairy Tale Princess is the same one that did the flowers for Springtime Tea Party. Just so you know. So this piece of paper 5 will go really well, like especially this here will work. And then from Fairy Tale Princess, Sunny Days number 6 will work. Not that side, this side. Sunny Days number 1. Now this is Happy Land. I can show you Happy Land if you'd like to see it. So Happy Land number 5, both sides will work. We think Happy Land might replace Springtime Tea Party as Naomi John's favourite. This will work. Springtime Tea Party has a sub-collection called Alice's Tea Party. And it's got the rabbit and a couple of other things. This will definitely work with that too. Snow Princess number 1. And then we've got Peace and Joy number 4, because we've got the variety of pinks. It's just a piece of white cardstock. This works really well. Not this side. So this is Magical Memories number 1. And then we've got Snow Princess number 5. So both sides of that would work. back to Happy Land again. Happy Land number 3. And a nice little happy surprise is Aussie Grunge number 3. Look at that. Look at that for working with those leaves and working with this timber. With this. And working with that. So that works really well. So that's Aussie Grunge number 3. And then we've got Cutest Garden number 5. Now it says Cutest Farm. Remember I made a typo? I was obscenely tired when I did this. And it says Cutest Farm, but if it says Cutest Farm and it's got a gnome, it's Cutest Garden. Yep. Just so you know. Hello, Chrissy. Had trouble too, says Cal. Facebook is being a pain, and I haven't been able to cast lives to the TV. Darn updates or changes are annoying. I don't know what they've changed, but I can't actually share this to a story, this video, and the video is not streaming onto our Facebook page. You've got to go into the event to get to it. It's really crazy. Hello, Quentin. How are you? My lovely husband, he is at Coles packing shelves. Sorry, I missed what you said. Is Springtime Tea Party papers going to be restocked in coming weeks? No. I reckon they're going to be sold out. And I would love to reprint Springtime Tea Party. But I've actually got 2 collections ahead of it. Yeah. And I'm not going to say what they are because once before I said I was going to reprint Aussie Grunge in a video, and a heap of brands released product that looked very similar to Aussie Grunge within a month or 2. So we're not going to say which 2 collections they are, but there's actually 2 collections ahead of Springtime Tea Party for a reprint. Reprint is a lot because we can't do a retreat with it, so we have to be able to sell enough of it to kind of get back some of the investment because it's thousands and thousands of dollars to get a set of paper printed, like get a pallet of 6 papers. So yeah, it will be probably gone in the next couple of weeks. Like I say, I think this one's about 15 sheets, number 6. Number 4 is about 7 or 8 sheets. And number 5, I think this is it. I think that's it. That piece. So I better return it to work. Okay. So let's do something. I have started fussy cutting some hearts. I've got this sheet here. I think it's number 2. And I've got the Fussy Cut Essentials that are slightly bigger. Not as big as our additions were last night that we used for Redwood Farm. But I've got these hearts. And I thought about sort of making a background where we fill it with hearts. Somehow. Not sure how. I was meant to grab a photo, but I've been ticking some product design boxes, and it's all a go here because I haven't got him to do it yet. But Noah's got to sign his his contract for his accommodation for this year. He's got to do that before midnight tonight. So I keep forgetting to do it. But yeah. So I should get my design board out, shouldn't I? Oh, I like that. And then maybe we work out where we would put a photograph on this so that what we do is, I don't like the pink background. I think it's a bit bold. It's nice, but it's bold. But I think this pink could work. Okay, let's leave them there. Do we want a white background? White's a bit naff, isn't it? That does look green. Let's get the design board out and transfer that to the design board. Hello, Mel. Watching tonight with my granddaughter. Awesome, Paula. Bold background, but that's me, says Mel. I just don't know. I think this is too blue. Amelia Ann is watching about the invention of flavoured ice cream. Yeah. Just what do they call it? It's on SBS, but they call it documentaries for the morbidly curious. That's what ABC calls it. When you some of the weird documentaries you can watch. No. That's definitely too blue. Okay, let's put our stuff on here. So this is my design board. It's got my name on it. Naomi Johns is a lot more pristine than mine because she likes to make a mess on mine. I cut on mine, but not necessarily made for cutting on because they're it is acrylic, it's not glass, but I don't mind cutting on mine. I don't mind it being a bit used looking because that's the whole point of having a tool that's really awesome is actually using it. And no, just because I design it and manufacture it, and we manufacture it at our store, doesn't mean I'm going to go and buy another one. I won't get a new one just because I trash this one. Mine travels with me when I teach, when I travel. Oh, I don't know about the pink. It is bold. Oh. I don't know. It could work. Could most definitely work. As shocking as that sounds, it's a bit of a shocker. I think if we were going to mat a photo, we could mat a photo from this middle bit here. And if we did that, we'd be able to sort of salvage this outer part of this Aussie Grunge number 3 to use on another project. Because I think this middle part here is the part that really works. So let's keep that one there. Let's keep the dark pink. Oh, let's drink the poisonous Kool-Aid. Now, it is going to have a bit of a glare until we get it filled up. What do you think? And then we fill it with like hearts. Oh, there's another one there. It's just happy the part. I have got the air conditioner on. It is hot here. I don't feel like the air conditioner is doing anything. I know it is. When I walk up the other end of the house, up where the kids' bedrooms are, holy dooly, it is hot. Hence why we're not at that end of the house. Last night after class, we had a whopping storm. About an hour and a half, probably an hour and a half after class last night. We had a whopper of a storm. The train yard near here, near our house, actually got hit, apparently. What if we put the hearts on in like a shape, like we filled a circle, or I don't think a heart. I think that would look really naff. I think that would be just a little too weirdness. You produce some amazing pretties. Thank you, Tina. Love using my board all the time, says Diana. Hello, Debbie. How are you? People do rave about their design board. You all know I designed it for me, but I think you guys get way more out of it than I do sometimes. Oh, a whole sheet. That's a lot of hearts. I'm just rough cutting them. I'm just hacking them out, actually. Let's not delude ourselves. Don't know why I've got a gap here. Let's leave them out. I do have this Wishes word. It is white chipboard, but it's a double layer one. Quentin has been trying to get me to use this for about a month and a half because he loves this title. I think he wants me to design some more. And then I thought, oh, let's go with the white chipboard thing and grab a couple of these little bows. So we could fill the bows with a colour, couldn't we? There is a bug that's got in the house. And it's annoying the light. I think actually the bug's annoying me more than it's annoying the light. Thank you. I sent a recycle parcel. Oh, Debbie, you are amazing. So Debbie is one of our amazing customers who returns her packaging. And we reuse it. We do. Sometimes you'll get a packet and it'll have a price crossed out and another sticker over the top. That is because we reuse recycled packaging. Packaging is really expensive. I'm trying to negotiate a discount with my packaging supplier who are in Perth, and they kind of want to dictate what I get a discount on, and I'm like, well, I don't order that. This is what I order. And that's it. I design our unicorn pommet, we call it. I know that's not very nice, but yeah, it's bright. It's us. The kids don't like it, but they can't think of anything to replace it with. So the unicorn rainbow stuff is going to stay for a bit longer. Right there. Let me have a look here. Hello, Dee. Hope you're doing well. We missed you last weekend, but I'm sure you were busy with Paul and Luca. Oh, I love the double layer chipboard. I know. I need to do more of the double layer, don't I, Christy? Returned mine the other day. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Tina. Gosh, Alicia, your page looks beautiful. Thank you, Dee. You guys are amazing. You just are so amazing, all of you. We actually have someone that pops through in a caravan once or twice a year, and she's not a scrapbooker, but she drops off the pizza boxes and packaging for her relative when she's heading north. So in the caravan, they store it all under the bed and then they drop it off to us. I think that's pretty cool. That's devotion. Now I like this, but it's just a bit. It's just a little too muchness, isn't it? Needs to be just a little less much. Does that make sense? I think that's the wrong colour scheme. I think that's weird. It kind of needs a... It's like it needs an inner frame. Does that make sense? It needs something in here to give it a sense of grounding. Okay, let's put this aside. I have really run out of space. Okay, sit that there on the baby wipes canister. Do not fall. Where are the photos going? Oh, Cheryl. That's a really good question. That is a really, really good question. Fussy cutting on this page. I love where it is going. Thank you, Cheryl. Should have arrived. Oh, I better check with Quentin Tina because he doesn't always tell me everything, but I've had a little bit of freight slow down lately. Mixed media background, soft pink. Oh, that's not a bad idea. So cutest garden. So it says cutest farm, but it's got a gnome. So cutest garden, number 5. Let's cut down to 12 inches. So I need to work out obviously I need to work out the photograph and the or photographs, and if I'm going to put some mixed media on here. Right, she says. Let's get the mealy pile. That's the same day. Yeah. I think that's the same photo. It is. Really need this one big. I think this is a very cool photo of her. And if you notice, the eyes don't line up. They actually don't line up. That's before she had her eye operated on. Because she had a really crooked eye. And she could move her eye. I need to do a whole thing with those. She could move her eye on demand, like of her own accord. What are these two? What are those? 2 photos I think would be really good. Might have to cut out less hearts if I do 2. Really watery white paint background will be nice. Yeah, that'd be nice, and let the pink show through. That sounds like a bit of a goer. I'll just run something over. Nope. That sounds like a good idea. Let's have a look. What about if we did... Doesn't matter which way this goes. What about if we did like a... What about a circle, because it's softer than a square? I know we were talking about a square, but what about we do a nice big circle and we sort of fill the circle in with like a wishy-washy white, like you say, Paula. And then what we could do is, I think we need to do like a photo here and a photo here. I actually think now it's not that bug that's annoying me. I think it's my fan that's got a ticky sound in it. Yeah, a black and white would look fab. Oh, yeah. I wonder what the, you know how in the, moving something. Okay. Oh, yeah. I've been at the photos. Been at the photo albums trying to find something that is a great colour match. They are, aren't they? So this is the white from the metallic set. It's a little transparent for my liking normally, but I think that could be a bit of a superpower with this because it'll mean that it comes out as like a softer version of the pink background. But what we might do, see how we've got these 3 bows. What if we, okay, I know you don't all like it when I butcher things. What if we cut a bit out from behind where one of our photos is going to go to use to fill our 3 hearts with the solid colour, because they're going to go on like flowers and photos and on parts of the page where it's softer. I think that'll look quite good because it's a bit trippy when you bring some of that outer to the inner. Let's do that. So the photo, we know we're going to cover this bit here. Just try not to stab myself as I poke a hole in the page. Just got them there. Yeah, I could have done that nicer. So it's enough to fit them on. But let's paint them first. Maybe we paint them like with the pearl paint so they're a bit brighter pearly, or we could do that pearly colour and that pale pink. We'll do something. Let's sit that there so we don't put them over there and lose them. Let's get rid of all this stuffs out of the way. I need that to know what I used in the thing when I make the kit afterwards. Quentin and Naomi won't be home till 9. So I used a circle the other day. Let's have a look at what it is. So I've got a circle there. What is it? What's the hole? It is a 10.5 inch. I don't know if you can see it. It's here and here and here and here. So the measurement is always the outside. And so when it's like a hexagon, no, I can't. When it's like a hexagon, it's across. It's usually the across measurement that's the measurement of the template. This is one of our tracing templates from Circle Set B or 2. Is it B or 2? So I think the 10.5 will be good because I'm being lazy. Because the 11's only going to have a 1/2 inch border. 11's going to come to there. No, 10.5 will be good. So we're going to use like the pearly white. So let's get, I'm going to grab, no, that's really hard for you to see on the screen. Sorry about that. Let's grab, that's what she swiped. Let's grab a white Pintor. No, it's a Pilot Juice Up 04. I like your thinking on the bows, says Paula. You all work so hard. Yeah, it's a bit like that. Can always cover with embellishments. Yes, I can. We all have some pretty critical roles in the business. I actually can't wait to show you all the wall of colour cuts that Noah and Amelia were building today. Because not only are we trying to put the shop back together from being at a pop-up last weekend in Brisbane, but we decided that we wanted to change the store so it was easier for us to pick online orders. I'm just going to go around this a couple of times. So yeah, we're bringing things a bit together. I really want to show you all, and hopefully we get to have it together before we pack it up for Harvey Bay. But the plan is that we won't have to pack it all up. We'll be able to leave bits there and just leave one of each item on the shelf if there's one. More than one there. So we've got our light border around, and let's get our paint palette, which is still where we left it. Okay. I did a post the other. I usually don't post on my personal Facebook, which is public. I did a post about my uncle who we lost recently. Well, one of my uncles that we lost recently. We lost 2, which is devastating. He was kind of like a third parent for me. And someone suggested I use the photo, this is the original here, that is from my studio here. It's taken in my studio. I use it in a memory page, and I was thinking I might collect up the photos I have of him. There's not many because he hated having his photo taken. And I might do a mini book. And then it dawned on me, I don't really have anything specific to do a mini book for or about an older man. So it's definitely got the cogs turning, people, as far as getting me organized to come up with something that I can make a memory book about him. I actually have one of my dad. I want to make 4. So before Noah was born, I started getting the photos together and the bits together to make a book about my dad for each of my children. And I've got 4 sets of what I started doing put aside because we were having 4 children no matter what, and we only had 2 at the time. So there you go. But yeah, I wanted to do a story of my dad's life. I will do mum's. Actually, I don't know if I need to because my mum was a very prolific scrapbooker. I taught my mum to scrapbook when I first opened my store. She was just going to do a couple of frames for on her walls. and she became a very prolific scrapbooker. And my mum has documented her life very well. My kids have access to her life story. Oh, look at that. I don't know if you can see the shininess of it, but yes, I have realised I haven't got enough about that. Thank you, Tina. It's yeah. Thursday felt like losing Dad all over again. For some reason. Quentin and I both, you know, at least we've got each other, and Quentin and I both, we know how to communicate with each other and talk about it, because having a broken heart is very hard, and we've he is my rock. Now Quentin, he has definitely been a godsend. We actually have a family member who has realised that what we do isn't necessarily so silly, putting time ahead of work and money. And it's a struggle, but their family is definitely going to benefit from it. The kids don't get it at the moment, but they will. Family is so important. Okay, I'm just going to do the outside. I think we need to do more down the bottom down here, definitely, because there was just that gap. So what I might do is just have a look with a design board. I think we need a little bit more through here, and we're probably going to need just a little bit more down through here, because I think we're going to end up with possibly gaps in there. But what we could use is part hearts. Part hearts. That sounds odd. That's very weird. So what did we decide? We needed a bit more down in here. I think Naomi, John and I did something similar to this once before. I'm very sorry that I'm possibly repeating a technique. I have no idea. I think it was sunny days and it was really bright. Just really, really bright. It's got a circle, but I'm not going to do doodling on my circle. This is just serving a purpose. Give us a base so it's not so solid pink kind of thing. Geez, I waffled. Sorry. Okay. Right. Let's put that there to dry. So if you didn't have the paint set, because this only comes in the pearl paint set, if you didn't, I would like this in a big tube, if anyone from Montmartre is listening. There is a tube of this pearl white, but it's dimensional. It's a little thicker, so you just need to make sure that you mix it with a little bit of water, and then you'd have to layer it just a touch more than this one, because you have to water it down a little more because it is dimensional, but it's really nice. You can use this dimensional one with a palette knife through a stencil. It is divine. Right. Now, after having to fussy cut everything last night, I was going to fussy cut more. But I was just getting a few design things ticked off this afternoon. There is some new rice paper coming for Springtime Tea Party, but I just haven't got the files to manufacture are done, but the images for the website are not done yet. So I've just got to process them through two more pieces of software, and then we'll be able to have some sales images. But yes, they're half sheets and quarter sheets. And I don't know if you remember, Naomi John did a collage with some of the Springtime Tea Party images back in 2020, maybe, for the retreat. Springtime Tea Party one, and I've made some card fronts with that going in two directions and some ATC ones, so they just need to be processed for the website and put through. I've just got to create all the database files and then we'll be able to put them up. Will you have those paints at Hervey Bay? These ones? I think so. I think we've got, I don't know if we've got any in stock. What I'm going to do, I'm going to write myself a note down. Metallic paint set. Dawn A. Hervey Bay. I'll make sure I do. Can't remember if we've got any in stock, but I'll go. My phone is on 2%. Oh, Quentin. Didn't know he was still watching. Quentin can sometimes see who's watching a video, but I can't. Facebook actually blocks me from seeing who is watching my videos. Really interesting concept, that. So I didn't know he's still watching. Good thing I wasn't talking smack about my husband, eh? Still in stock according to the website. There you go, Dawn. So what I might do is put them on lay-by for you if you want, Dawn, and then you can just pick them up in Hervey Bay. Unless you wanted to buy them now and we'll just bring them down with us, because we just go through. And when we went to Brisbane, we actually took every customer from Southeast Queensland's hold to 150s and orders with us. Hello, Ree, how are you? Oh, look, another one of our Wide Bay, Hervey Bay area customers. Ree's husband is having a birthday when we were in Hervey Bay for our pop-up. Buy them out. Okay, cool. Awesome, Dawn. And we'll just bring them down with you. Make sure you don't pay postage. If it charges you postage, I'll just refund it. Still praying you'll do a pop-up in Sydney. Oh, Christy, we had one planned, like we had a tour planned, but I don't think we're going to be able to pull it off. It is going to happen, Christy, just so you know. Don't know about 2025. Our calendar's pretty horrendous. You never know. Should never, ever say never. Oh, yes. Should never say never. We're hoping to. We've actually worked out vacations and everything. I actually think the fuel consumption calculations have all been finished as well. Like we worked out, yeah. I like to plan things. And yeah. Where we would stay and the days between and all that have all been done. But yes, we do have a plan. We just don't have the dates or the time set out, but we'll get there. Amelia Ann wants to do that trip. She's doing when we go to Vanuatu, we're doing the road trip down to Vanuatu, to Sydney, to sail out to Vanuatu, because Amelia Ann wants to go on a road trip. She can't believe she's going to leave the country before she leaves the state. Okay. I should have done more of this before class. Now let's talk about tomorrow night. What are we going to do? Are we going to do islands or robot antics? I'm thinking islands, although there's only one paper left. I suppose we could do Imagine with Alice. She's early on, isn't she? Well, she's a little bit after. Meet Miss Amelia Ann. Oh. Well, look, I'm trying to get back to I'm going back to comments. I feel like I'm fussy cutting with a friend. Fussy cutting together again, Tina. Hello, Kelly. How are you? Let's try that again. Photographed out. Oh my gosh. Don't you love tech? Quentin's has gone flat while he's been watching while he's meant to be packing shelves at Coles. He was probably just listening with his AirPods. That he didn't believe he needed AirPods. Miss Amelia. Oh, she would love to meet you too, Christy. Vanuatu was beautiful but very hot. Yeah. It's been a little bit tropical here lately, so she'll be right. We'll cope, I think. Was it yesterday morning was at 7:45 in the morning was 74% humidity. on Friday morning. It was that's our biggest thing here, is the humidity gets us. Although it's been hotter in Brisbane, Milton said it's been horrendous at work. Because they have a lot of outdoor eating areas, they've had to be very mindful of staff and customers at one of their venues. This one up here, wasn't it? I think. Islands, says Di. Islands, says Christy. I think it might be Islands. I know Robot Antics came next, but it's had a lot of love over the years. Islands has too. Islands has got that really nice companion page. Can you try not to get it wet? Yeah. Try not to get your bandage wet on your hand, and then I'll deal with it after I finish. Yeah. That companion page is lovely. I think it's one of our early companion pages, isn't it? The Islands one? I can't remember. I'll have to have a look. I can't remember which one was the first one. Actually, I'm pretty sure I designed the Lavender Dreams one first, but it didn't get released first because I was sitting on it for the release of Lavender Dreams, I think. Definitely going to be doing more companion pages this year, and I have got something new that you'll see next weekend that I designed a little while ago for Happy Land. Happy Land doesn't have its extras up yet. I've got to put them up. A lot of other things have been jumping ahead of it in the line. I think I just need to get up what I've got done, because I keep thinking of other things I want to put up with it, wanting to get it all up together. I think I just need to do what I've done, and that's it, and add more as I go. Okay, I don't really want to lose these from the equation. Let's put them there. I'm not going to forget the photos, I don't think. I hope not. So when we go to construct this, I think what we might do is we'll definitely add our photographs first, and then we'll work around our photographs with the hearts. Otherwise, what we're going to do is put hearts on the background and then cover them up. And we don't really want to do that. We want to be able to save as much of our beautiful fussy cutting as we can. I do love this colour. I'm not a green fan. The green tribe will attest to that. We don't call them the green gang. It's the purple gang and the green tribe, because green gang sounds bad. Okay. I usually fussy cut in silence. This is really, I'm just waffling along. Waffle. I have a video tomorrow in the group for the New Zealand cruise. just so I can explain what a design board is and a couple of other things. I put it on the nice to have list. I'm bad, I know. It was just so the people that had them knew to bring them to make their lives easy, and everyone's worried that they're not going to be able to do my classes without it. But you know what? You don't need $1 million worth of stuff to create with. Something to cut with and something to stick it down with is all you need, really. I reckon if I had tape and scissors, I could probably just craft with tape and scissors if I needed to. That's what we used to have in our fast scrap challenge at our retreats. We used to do a challenge where you it was had 5 minutes. You had a pack and you had 5 minutes to create a creation. And you had tape, scissors, and you could have a trimmer if you wanted to, but yeah, a trimmer just slows you down. Leslie has been there and been my nurse when in a fast scrap I cut myself in here and sprayed blood across everyone's pages, including my own. It's my bleeder. And, yeah. Would not recommend it. Okay, nearly there. These flowers are just a touch bigger than what we would normally do for a fussy cut elements, but they're not really big enough to justify calling them an addition. So they also didn't take me the time an addition can take. So, and they didn't use as much ink in that. So. I'll cut this down off that one. Let's keep that bit just in case we need it. Oh, let me do. Let me go back. Oh, I've got to make your heart happy. I'm joining you with fussy cutting tonight. Started on that butterfly sheet I got from you on the weekend. Oh, awesome, Kelly. Oh, and I was right. Steph adores the Happy Land paper I picked up. Knew she would, Kelly. I knew she would. I'm going to say good night. It's looking good. Thank you, Tina. Have a great night. Oh, geez, I'm at the hour. If only we could fussy cut while flying on holiday. Oh, Christy, wouldn't it be great? Oh, that would be awesome, says Kelly. I actually read on the plane. Quentin and I get on the plane. And so Naomi John, when the last time we flew to Melbourne, or the last couple of times we've flown back and forth, she has an iPad and she draws. So she draws patterns and shapes and things for our mixed media stampers and stencils. Or she does actually still, well, she always will. She is a graphic designer, so she does actually draw logos. So she did some of that, I think. She's always doing something. She does a lot for dancers and gymnasts, professional dancers and gymnasts, and also a lot for performers, cruise ship performers, like that do like fire twirling or hula hoop or acrobatics. So she does their logos for them. Like, so she actually gets a photograph of the performer and then she does their logo based on their photograph, like their silhouette doing a performance. So it's pretty cool, actually. So Naomi John uses her iPad and draws, and Quentin and I read on the plane. I have my pile of books I'm stacking up from the cruise. Have a bit of a list on what I'm going to read. One of them I've already read while it was in the stack. It's okay. Another one I started reading. So, yeah. I'm reading 2 books currently. Naomi and I do that. We'll read a couple of books at a time. I used to, back in the day, on a plane, take like a piece of smocking or embroidery with me, and I would do that. Or if I was doing a hand stitched hem or hand stitching in the lace in a christening gown, I would take the panels on a plane. My dad always read. He was a prolific reader as well. He would always read on the plane. He'd have a stopover in Brisbane. We always organised for him to have a longer stopover in Brisbane, so him and I would have the day together in Brisbane. And I was coming back to Gladstone, and when I lived there, and he'd get off the plane, and all he'd have with him would be his glasses, his wallet, and a book. And then we would have to hit the books. Well, we'd go and buy Mum a gift. He'd go gift shopping for Mum, and then or a couple of gifts for Mum, and then we would hit the bookstores. Okay. Let me catch up. I actually take a small pack of fussy cutting stuff with me to my markets. It makes a slow day go faster. Yes, it would definitely, Kelly. Definitely would. I always have fussy cutting on the go. Like, this is Magical Memories. This was for a class that's I didn't get to run. And then I've got... Oh, no, I can't show you that one. I can't show you that one. I've got a couple of little containers around where I've got fussy cutting in various stages. This should be dry now. Yep. That. I like it. So we make the top pearl, and then we might make this like this pale pink. This backing piece in the pale pink. And then put pearl on that and pearl on the bows. So let's do that now. White chipboard. So our white chipboard is actually white. It's not matte board, like it's not drink coaster board that a lot of other, like the creamy stuff is. It has got a cotton content. It is what we make our chippy strips out of. So it's a little bit dearer than the grey stuff. So, you know, it's good stuff. But don't over wet it. Don't layer upon layer. Just get it on there, get it aside, and let it dry, or give it a hit with a heat tool. It will burn quicker. Okay, so that's a bit of a coat. A little gouge there. Nice. It doesn't need a lot to make it pearly because it's white underneath. It's not like we're covering a colour. And then wishes we're going to do. And then we need to come up with a pale, pale pink. We might just add like a light pink to this pearl paint because I've got a bit of it here to make like a really pale pinky colour to put over our backing for this. Look, I haven't watered it down enough. And it's getting a bit globby in the gaps. Deary, deary me. You know what, Christy? If we don't see you beforehand, when we come down to catch the ship to go to Vanuatu, we're actually coming down and we're probably going to try and spend 2 nights. So we've got an extra day, travel day up our sleeve, just in case something happens. You've got to do these things. You've got to be organised. We should catch up when we come to Sydney. Because we're going to try and stay 2 nights before we sail out. I'd like to take Amelia Ann to the Opera House. Okay, my video's stopped. Wish I could attend scrapbooking cruise, but can't afford this year. Love to meet all you ladies. No, Debbie, it would just be awesome, wouldn't it, to all of us catch up? The videos haywire. Facebook's kicked me out. Okay. So this is the pink from a metallic set. I'm gonna come on, let me back in. Let me back in. Please. Please. Jeez. I'll put a tiny bit of it here. Oh, jeez, it's a bit darker than what I want, isn't it? Let's make it a bit lighter. Let's take a little tiny bit of that and mix it with our pink, our white. I don't want it too dark. But then we could ombre it, couldn't we? It's a bit light, isn't it? Let's get our first coat on. The hinge on our fence at the top of the driveway. So we have our yard is fence front and back, but the front fence actually is set back to the top of the driveway so that you can park a car on our driveway outside the fence. And the hinge broke. Nothing to do with the kids slamming the fence and the gate all the time. It's got a tiny bit more pink on here. And Quentin went to fix it and he thought it was going to be a 3-hour job and it was done in 20 minutes. And I was like, oh my gosh. So he got to tick off tomorrow's mowing at the front. So we have a virtual retreat next weekend. It's going to be excitement plus. That is pretty pale. Let's have a look at it with this. Oh. I squished it up because it's wet. Is it enough contrast? No, not enough. Love that. Yeah, I think we all need to catch up sometime. Okay. So we need to, she's swiped the heat tool. Okay. Let's leave these aside to dry for the moment. And then we're going to organise our photographs. So do we use, I think we put a little bit of white around them. But I think we make them just slightly smaller. So I'm going to make my photographs like 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. Amelia got her hair cut the other day on Friday afternoon, and it's a lot shorter. She's kind of got buyer's remorse. But she knows it's hair, and it grows back. It's a little shorter than what she thought it feels different to what she thought it would feel like. But that's okay. She knows it's only hair. So we're going to do 3 7/8. We're going to do a really fine border by 5 7/8. I know this is hair's breadth border, but I think it's going to look good. I don't think it needs like a chunky border. Can't wait, and my parcel should be here just in time. Yeah, that's tomorrow's job, is just double checking where everyone's parcels are. They actually should all be there by now. I got paint on this photograph. Oh, okay, I'm going to just trim this photo down just a smidge more. Okay, so mine are going to be 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. Because and that's 5 5/8. It's gonna, this measurement changes too. Oh, I got paint on one of them. Yeah. So 3 3/4 by 5 1/2, and then 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. Now that's a crappy measurement, I know, because I got paint on a photograph, and then I tried to clean it off. So let's have a look now. It's dry. Oh, it needs to be pinker. But I think they're right. I think they're okay. There will be a kit for this class. I'll make the kit after I finish the class. So my measurement still gets me. I forget it. I'm so sorry. So it's like halfway between 3/4 and the full mark. Now, one thing with the transparent paint, the metallic paint, it can be quite transparent. Like this is still really transparent. And the metallic paint can be unforgiving by leaving lines like this is. Just cleaning up the lines. Nope. Put a tiny bit of cerise pink there. But you know what we're... Let's give that a go. You know what we're going to do? We're going to get some white paint. Actual physical white paint. Obviously, this has been Naomi Johned. Let's get some actual white paint and mix it in with the metallic. And what it'll do is help the metallic be a bit more opaque and stand out a little more. This is what we do with the tubes when they're done. I'm going to leave it out. I'm going to put it in a clip seal bag because then it's sealed up and we can still use it out of there. That's from a week ago. So, oh, there we go. Now this is not a perfect mix, which is good. So it gives us a bit of a variety. A lot more coverage when we add white paint. So we just want to deepen the colour a little. Let's just add some little pieces, blend in some bits of this darker colour. Ooh, that's a bit much. Okay, damp brush. There we go, that's better. Bit of a damp brush and we'll just... There we go. Let's try that now. Look at that. Stands out better now. Just got a little bit of paint there. Just clean the paint from up here. That's better. Rightio. Put that over there to dry. Let's make our bows. So I pat it with my finger so that the glue's not so thick and globby. She just doesn't look too confident there in what, in the hat or something. I don't know what. Okay, let's leave that to dry, and we'll cut the middle out of our photo mats and attach our photos to our photo mats. Cut the middle out. We'll alleviate the weight in our albums, and we get free paper. You could cut it out neater than I am. It's just nice and quick and easy. And my design board is there underneath all my stuff. And I cut on my design board. Let's get some tape. Amelia! Oh, no, it fell down. Thought she'd swiped my tape for a minute there. Wouldn't be the first time, would it?
Have you seen Noah?
Nope. Have you had a shower?
Yes, I have. But I'm looking for Noah so that he can give me a milk.
Right. Have you looked in his room?
Oh, yeah.
He's not in his room. Go and have a look in my room. Could be out in our room out the front with the aircon on. He's got air conditioning in his own room, but apparently it's better when you're laying on mum and dad's bed. A pile of pillows under the air conditioner, hiding. Everyone else have people in their house that do that. About just enough. Just see, it's just a nice little border. I like to map my photos because even though I put foofy stuff on my pages and I'm all about the creativity and the process and, you know, I love the craft of scrapbooking as much as the memory keeping, it's still really important to have the photos as the star of the show, to me. That's important to me. So let's rough cut these apart. Oh, they're really close together, aren't they? It's coming from this end. Oh, there we go. Right. So I'm just cutting on an angle. Do you know what? I don't think I would have put this on the dark pink background if it hadn't been the piece of paper sitting on the top when I was just laying out the fussy cut pieces. I think that is one of those fabulous happy accidents. I really like that. Doesn't that look cute? And people are going to think you like had an extra piece of paper. Not that we have to, unless they know where you, that you're a, you know, you're like me and you cut holes in things. But they're going to think that you know, came up with these awesome trippy hearts that bought embellishments that had glitter paper behind, or you got an extra piece of paper to do it. Not that you cut a bit out and see, I like that, with the same pattern behind there and there, and let's see, and we can, the beauty of this is we can now put chippy strip behind this to raise it up. Had a lot of questions lately about what chippy strips are. So chippy strips are 1 millimeter foam, 1 millimeter high, and not foam, chipboard. It's white chipboard. It's this white chipboard actually. And in a pack you get 21 pieces. So you get 4 1/2-inch wide by 6-inch long. You get 8 1/8 of an inch wide by 6-inch long, and 9 1/4-inch wide by 6-inch long. And you just cut it up and you stick it on the back of your pieces. Foam tape is 2 millimeter high, so if you want that height, you just stick 2 together. Have I got 2 stuck together here already? This is I use a lot of the quarters, but I do use the other. I use these a lot. I usually don't end up with 1/2-inch pieces. This is 1 and this is 2 stuck together. So sometimes I'll go through and I'll prepare a whole heap by sticking them together in pairs. So I've got some high stuff and some low. But I like the choice of how high I have things on my page. I like the choice. Here's my glue that we've had upside down. This glue I'm nearly finished. Right, so we're going to put chippy strip behind our title. Let's actually stick these 2 together first. I sort of bent that there, didn't I? It's a bit silly of me. Let's stick them together. So I'm going to stick these together, and then I'm going to put a tiny touch of the pearl paint on there just to repair where I bent that. Then, oh no, before we do that, let's actually put the chippy strip on the back first, so I don't have to flip it over with paint on it. And let's get some 1/8 of an inch stuff. Have you cleaned your teeth?
Yes, I have.
You know Dad's going to be home in 20 minutes.
I thought Naomi was coming home first.
No, they're coming home together.
Ooh. Can I stay up till they come home?
Not really.
Good night, hello, goodbye.
I think you should go to bed. What were you watching?
Well, first, when the Food Built the World ended, I turned off the TV because there was nothing else.
Oh, okay. What have you been doing? Reading?
Well, I've been playing Barbies in my room.
Yeah. Well, you could go to bed and turn your aircon on in your room with the remote from the hallway, and then you can read in bed. How's that sound?
Sounds
Everyone's saying no, I have to go. I'm loving this page. So beautiful. Thank you. Yeah. He's a bit tall too. Hey, Kelly. we'll see you next time, Cheryl. I need to cut one of this just a bit smaller. And the thing is with the chippy strip, if I don't use this bit, I just put it back in the drawer. It's not like foam tape where once you've cut it off the roll, you've kind of got to use it, because otherwise it just sticks to everything or it loses its stick. It's way better for the environment as well. I knew this was going to jam up tonight. Just okay. Let's stick this on here. Oops, I moved it. Let's clean the glue up. I like it. It's not quite perfect, but it's pretty good. I like it. I think with the shade, a little bit of shading, and that was just having the brush a little damp, picking up that darker pink and just blending it in. So let's put a lid on this. There. Let's do a tiny bit of our white or our pearl on the tip of that. And let's just put it just there. There we go. Just to fix up where I kind of bent it and bangled it. Rightio, that goes down there. Do we line them up or do we put them like that? Like that. We do that. There and a bit there. So let's put our photos up on Chippy Strip. I'm going to put my 1/8 of an inch stuff aside. Because when you need 1/8 of an inch stuff, you really need it, because it's, you know, something that's too skinny. You really need to make sure I've got enough of it when I come to need it. I don't know if you can hear, he's playing the piano. He's in his room now. He's actually playing a keyboard, probably Amelia's keyboard or the old keyboard. We have a Yamaha keyboard. Doesn't run on electricity anymore, only runs on D batteries. The power, where the power supply goes into it, doesn't quite work anymore, but runs on D batteries. And we bought that when Milton turned 4 over 23 years ago, and the kids still, Noah still uses it. He uses it because it doesn't have a stand anymore. We took the stand off it for Amelia's keyboard, and it he sits on his lap when he composes. Right, so let's move this over. This is where our design board comes into its own. So move that to that side. I've got this here. So if I had this laid out perfectly, I could line this up and then away I go. So what we might do is start with the wishes down the bottom. I have hearts under the wishes. I think we might put hearts under the wishes. I think we might. Let's just start with that one there. And I should have put tape behind all the hearts. But what I might do is I might use a bit of glue in the middle of the hearts in the hope that glue in the middle, the tops of the heart. Should I have this upside down? The tops of the heart, like the rounded bits at the top and a point at the bottom, that they sort of curl up a bit. Oh, we might be at the end of this glue. I might get to buy new glue next week. Right, let's leave that one up so I can get another one. Oh, dearie me. Another sec. I'm just going to have to leave it there. Till someone comes into my studio and rescues me from myself. Right, there we go. So I'm going to put it there, I reckon. So we can get our tea ruler. The press and seal. So where are the chippy strips on the website? Oh, never mind, found them. The press and seal. Oh, is press and seal like that kind of like it's a Glad product, isn't it? And it sort of sticks to kind of. I'm gonna have to move these things behind my chair because it's a page and sometimes you have for a project. Because otherwise, what's going to happen is I am going to glue back over them like I just did. I just have to remove them. There we go. I can't show you the project. Okay. Well, let's slow on down. So what will happen is I'll get a new bottle of glue and I'll be used to sort of like this kind of how you get glue out. And then I'll accidentally squeeze out too much glue. So let's use the bottom of the S as a straightness guide. So on straight there, yeah. because it's a light pack sheet where we can lift whole designs up. I have cards all the time. Oh, forgot about tonight. Hello, Margaret. How are you? Oh, I suppose you put it down on top and then bring it over. Just trying to think how you flip it over. Don't mind me. Wasn't quite thinking there for a minute. I think I have a roll of press and seal in my pantry. Someone bought it for me from Costco. So we're going to have to do the top of the photo because I'm not going to fit down the bottom here. So let's go sort of up there. What do we reckon? So straight on the side, just using my T-ruler. And you know what? I designed the T-ruler kind of as a bit of a customer request more than thinking I was going to need it. Yeah. How foolish was I? Because I used to think I could just eyeball everything. Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of that much. Look at that. I had my chippy strip over the edge, so I've just peeled it up because the glue was damp and then moved it. I mostly use this smaller T-ruler when I make cards. What do you think about that? I just want to lift it up. There, so it just goes just underneath the W. I don't think we need that anymore. Okay. So I'm going to do myself a favour. I'm going to put tape. These are not in order. And on that note, I've got to go. Dear child is summoning me. Awesome. Night, Kelly. Put some tape on them. I was liking the idea of the glue, but nearly out of glue. Probably should have done this first. Now, didn't we discuss this about hexagons last night? Dearie, dearie me. Quentin's going to get home and go, are you still creating? I usually don't teach this long, especially 2 hours in a row, 2 nights in a row. So we'll do the islands tomorrow night. I think the consensus was the islands. So the islands is lovely. The islands is actually, if you haven't been around here a long time, if you weren't here when we released the islands back in early 2021, you probably don't know. But the islands is based on the 2 islands where I grew up. So I grew up at Boyne Island, which is actually an island, but people think it's not an island. It's joined by 2 bridges, and low tide you can walk across. I think it's more silty now, so you can definitely get across now. And our holiday house, sometimes it was weekend, but mostly it was like for 5 or 6 weeks over the summer, was at Southend, which is the south end of Curtis Island. So there's a dungy, crappy old house over there. So the cork is my dad put cork tiles and then he varnished and polished them on that was on our lounge room floor at the house at Boyne Island. And then the peely timber piece is our old the boat that was under the house at Southend, and the house was pretty old and decrepitish. It was just an old fibro place. So the boat was called Walligator. He was underneath the house. He lived under the house. That's the boat, that is. It's just a dinghy. And then the outhouse was badly painted. And yeah, just lots of bits and pieces like the streamers and that go with. We had paper streamers for Christmas in a gum tree branch over at the island. Didn't have that at Boyne, but yeah, it's just memories from growing up. Though our dolphin in Gladstone's a little bit, it's not a pretty dolphin, a native dolphin here. Not like that. Not like the one that's on the paper. The islands actually has a dugong, so we do have dugong. They are a native here. They're a local marine species. So there is a dugong picture cup. Okay. Geez, that was a bit arduous. Right. So we've got some bits here. These bits go here. And these bits are up here. Oh, I found another heart. Look at that. It's hiding. I have no idea how I'm putting this together now because it's not really laid out, is it? This is here. Goes up there. There. Let's just not put all the pink together. Let's sort of lay it out in a bit of a patternish so that we can get a bit of an idea where things are going to go when we fill it. But we are filling around. We are actually filling around our photographs and our bits and pieces. And we're sort of staying inside the boundary of our circle we made with our pieces. Geez, there's a lot of pink here. There we go. We really need to start from up the top. So let's sort of put one up there. There we go. I'm not going to put it right in the center. I think that'll look a bit weirdness. So I am going to kind of go outside the circle, just the tiniest little smidgen in places. Let's go up a little, up to there. And let's put this little guy up here. Can you hear the tinkling on the piano? Choose this one over here. I do want them to be sort of straightish because I know it's a bit obsessive of me. It actually gives us a nice grounding. It gives it sort of a place to be. Let's put this one down here. So it's just a matter of sliding the ruler. I'm actually just going to be putting our sort of big hearts and our feature hearts in. It's actually empty. Let's just be honest. I've had it upside down for that long and it's still not letting anything come out. It's done. It's dunsky. So we're going to have this one here, and then what we're going to do is just slide it up evenly, like that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So in places like this, we can use our photograph to eyeball where we need to be. And what I'm going to do that and that. And put some chippy strip behind this bow. Sorry this is such a long class. I know some of you don't necessarily enjoy really long classes. Sometimes I'd rather it be long than be like not worth watching. Does that make sense? Right. So let's cut a corner out. Put that up there. Of a rose. See, I'll just shove that in there. So this one, I'm going to put some chippy strip behind. We are just sticking it together now, like, so we've done the, you know, traditional Alicia fluff and stick, as Quentin calls it. That's what he calls the way I create sometimes. fluff around for an hour and then take 5 minutes to stick it together. I think this is going to...
The other two?
No. You're ready for sleep. I think this is going to take more than 5 minutes to stick together. No, they're not. You go to sleep then. You don't need to wait up for them. They'll see you in the morning. I don't think anyone's going out before you get up in the morning. No, let's go over the top of that one. Like that. Oops. Got stuck to my finger. There we go. Needs something here, doesn't it? Needs like a flower stuck in under there. Like under there. Up a bit. Like that. Right. Our pink turned out a little bit different on our title. That's okay. Let's put some chippy strip under this one. This one's slightly smaller than the one over here. Yes, replay is a bit of a godsend, isn't it? Margaret, off to bed night. Night, Debbie. Oh, sorry. Would the green wood hearts work with the day to remember greens? Oh. Yes. Karen, I think they would. Sorry I missed your question. Yes, I think they would work with the day to remember, definitely. Because they're a little too green for like Fairy Tale Princess, but then like A Day to Remember is a lot greener. It is a whole lot greener than Fairy Tale Princess. Fairy Tale Princess is a bit more bluey teal than a greeny colour. So yeah, definitely. Sounds like a plan. And we're just sort of tucking in. And where are we going to put this bow? Yeah, put some chippy strip behind it. Let's just turn this on this and do that. Okay. Laptop's down flat. Colours are so beautiful together. Very pretty layout. Thank you, Dee. There we go. Okay. And this bud, or half open bud, we'll put some chippy strip on it. That's what we'll do. Okay, I'm going to put that there, but let's put some chippy strip on that bow. But what we're going to do is we're going to put sort of some hearts there first. Let's just sit that there so we know it's going to go there. Oh, green. Near our leaves. Green is actually, I'm not a green fan remembering, but green is nature's equalizer. Green, green completes color schemes, and it is nature's color equalizer. I have an awful mess here. I don't like to create a mess. We've got one flower left. Let's leave that there, not as an eye patch. Let me get the short one. Okay. What do we think? We do have a bit of gappage in the middle, don't we? Because we're going to cover it more up with these. Now what I'm going to do is just keep adding hearts. I need tweezers. That would make life easier. So where you're only going to see a small part of the heart, just cut or tear it in half. Like this is a small part of a big heart. I'm actually going to move this pink one up a bit because the little gap there's annoying me. That's better. Yeah, we should have coloured it the whole way through, I think. Then again, it doesn't look that bad. Does it?
Yeah.
Hello, I'm still going.
Still going?
Yeah. Yep, you should not sing.
Hello.
Hello. I'm still going.
Oh, that looks really good. I've told the kids they've got to call me the gate killer after I have fixed our gate.
Double G store. GG.
Oh, you saw us.
I'm still on a
You've been
class.
describing for her.
No, my laptop's gone flat.
Yeah, that one's, unless I'm going to do the phone scribe.
Why didn't you plug the laptop in?
Well, because he hasn't been here scribing, so.
Ah,
I'll do it tomorrow night.
really?
Why? Because Naomi will be home tomorrow night to do it for you.
Yeah.
Well, it needs to be plugged in because we can't see YouTube comments
Yeah,
currently.
plug it in. It was looking good when I was watching.
Get out my chewing gum. You've got to fucking watch laptop.
I am.
Well,
That
why did
little
you
bit
have
there.
something better?
You literally left it then. You were asking me to take it.
This is my private area. I don't go much of yours.
He went into her art area, which is open.
You need to set up tax on it.
Nah, me. You know, the difference between my room and your art area is mine has a door. And walls.
Okay, Mum's on class.
Right.
Sorry, everybody.
Mm.
Can you go and eat pee? Noah.
I think we're done.
Missy's intrigued. More people in the house, you might get paid. I'm coming around that look. We've got one boot on, one boot on.
I think I might need a bottle of glue.
Looks lovely. How old is Amelia in that photo?
Oh, I have no idea.
About 7, I think. Look at
There's
that.
a flower. There's a...
Oh,
There it is.
a loose flower.
Oop,
There's
there
a
it
flower on the run.
That was at Nana and Jim's.
Yeah.
is. There we go.
Flower not needed.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. It looks blended into there. The darker bit in the middle.
I think it
Probably
looks
should
cool.
have coloured that with the metallic the whole way through.
You done a circle.
Do I need to colour that?
A bunch of people saying hi, Q.
Oh, I haven't got my glasses on.
Well,
Sorry, everyone.
YouTube. I can't see YouTube.
Okay, YouTube. So Dee says the colours are so beautiful together, really pretty. 11 minutes ago, okay. Loretta,
Yeah, it's been flat for a while.
Margaret, my podcasting has improved by watching you. Not perfect, but better. Very relaxing. Reset high. Stunning layout.
Oh, who was going to send that? Debbie, because she wasn't sending back our pizza
Yeah,
boxes?
she's sent back. Apparently Tina's sent some too, but have Tina's arrived?
No.
I'm gonna have to check on that.
Have to check on that one.
Isn't this circled full of love hearts? Oh.
Yeah, but I'm just filling in this dark bit here. I'm just seeing
What's she doing?
Missy's scratching the lounge.
No, she was on the camera. Because Noah hasn't cleaned up the kitchen.
No, Noah's kitchen duties. Hopefully the next kid that takes over kitchen duties when Noah leaves home in a few weeks is better at it than Noah is.
That's either Amelia or I.
Well. So I'm just tucking the brush under and see the tape was a good idea in the end. Look at that. Just putting a little bit of the pearl paint. We don't need a lot. We just want to just tone this down just a touch. You know how Dad fixed the gate? That means he's not allowed to slam it anymore.
I know you can use it with one hand. It's amazing. Hasn't been like that for years.
Okay, there we go. So let's do some close-ups. You could plug it into the big screen so I could see. And down here, I can't see anything. I'll just see what I'm up to.
Beautiful.
That's not bad. It's like the pink in the middle.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you, Di. Thank you, Margaret and Bree. Thank you, Loretta and Dee. Thank you. So, I know I said I'd make the kit after class, but that was 2.5 hours ago.
Might be tomorrow.
Might be in the morning.
So we'll be back tomorrow night.
Tomorrow at 7 p.m. with the Islands. This was Springtime Tea Party. The second collection
You have
designed,
one
but the
page.
first one released.
You have one piece of pattern paper left.
Yeah, I know. We'll use other stuff. We'll come up with something.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie, he says.
One page, one.
On page 1. Yeah. Thank you, Karen.
Are
So
we
thank
on
you all.
daylight savings or not?
Yes. Of course we're on daylight savings. Daylight savings goes for longer. I'm sure of it.
Yes.
I think my video is crooked.
It's a bit late to adjust it now.
Oh, I think I knocked it earlier and didn't realise. So there we go.
I've got a spelling error.
Can you get rid of the mouse? Yeah. Looking forward to tomorrow. Night. Thank you. We'll fix your spelling error. Back tomorrow night at 7. Oh, it's disappeared. So take care, stay safe. I love you all. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for tolerating me for so long. And yeah, there will be a kit and it will go up tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow. I got another one in here. She's just typing.
Okay, there we go. Sorry.
There we go.
Thank you all. Take care. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Bye.